Welcome to Behind the Topic, the conversation before the debate. My name is Kaynah Perry, and it's a whole lot going on outside. So I had to come and film a few segments for you guys today, and I'm going to jump right in. Forget the small talk. Diddy, what is happening? Listen, guys, there are a lot of things that spark conversations and debates. Domestic abuse is always something that is going to put me in this chair and in front of the camera. I'm a little sensitive to the topic, but way more outspoken than I am ashamed of being a survivor of a very abusive relationship. I was kind of looking for another word. I don't know why. It was what it was. And that's what Cassie appears to have been in, a severely abusive relationship. The first thing I want to say is this was not the first time that he put his hands on her. I think I haven't seen that read anywhere. I haven't seen that printed anywhere. And I also haven't heard it listening to other podcasters. Is that the first thing that I noticed right away is the severity of the abuse. Like, running after her, but moreover, kicking her while she's down. I can say that I come from a severely abusive relationship, and I don't think he ever kicked me. Did some other fucked up shit, but he never kicked me. So the kicks, that put me in a different place watching the video, because she is on the ground, defenseless, and he is clearly kicking her. I think once he kicked her in the body, I want to say, I couldn't make out whether it was her head, but it was certainly near her head twice. And then even dragging her into another space. So that whole thing read, he's done this to her before. She wasn't, of course we can't tell, she probably is screaming, crying, but there's no hysteria. And I remember the very first time that my abuser hit me, because he hadn't done it before, I was hysterical, screaming, oh my God. It wasn't slap and the pause, what just happened. I knew what had happened. I just got slapped and choked, and I was panicking, and I was hysterical. I didn't know what this person now was really capable of if I didn't think he would hit me, and he did. So now I've barricaded myself into a bathroom. So seeing her not have that fight or flight response again let me know that this was not the first time that he had put his hands on her. And that is really, really disturbing. And of course, I should probably save this for the debate, but I need you guys to really think about something here. Don't we know someone that their boyfriend had put their hands on them? Aren't you someone that has dealt with domestic violence? I am. And we're all still in shock. And that's speaking to me. Because what is happening is that because someone is of a certain stature, a certain income bracket, a certain face or brand name, that they are just not capable of what your ex-boyfriend is capable of. The blue-collar worker, the normal guy. But isn't he the one with all the power and the money? Isn't he more susceptible to that type of behavior? I'm just trying to figure out why we've separated, why we're having such an emotional response, such an aggressive response to that situation that goes on in someone's house on this street right now. And that's not to make a point. I mean, what can we really do about it? If we don't know what's happening, we can't. I think knowing that is happening and seeing it happen is totally two different things. And I get that, but it's just interesting the shock that we're all in. For those of us who have worked with Diddy, been mentored by Diddy, listen, I wouldn't think it. I am with you. I am like, what? He did what? The kicking, that's he named his self-love. He's always smiling. He's always happy. He's the Diddy Bop. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's shocking, but I think we need to start asking ourselves why. We know we have friends. It happened to your mom. It happened to you. So why the shock value? Why are we idolizing people now and separating them from what we see every day? They are totally capable. Totally capable. As far as, I don't think we in a place to talk about legality. For me, I don't know enough about something that happened in 2016 now constitutes an arrest when the person has already been court settled for that said abuse. So I don't think that those of us who are looking for justice are going to get it in that way. I think the justice is waking up and not putting people on pedestals and idolizing them and making them martyrs or examples or leaders in our home, because that's just their career. It isn't who they are. The persona is for sale. That's it. He's a star. That's all smoke and mirrors to whom he really is when the dark shades come off, and you know what I'm saying, and the beat stops. He is just like your ex-boyfriend, your husband, your uncle, with this issue or that issue. And I think it's really time for us to be more responsible with who we are putting in front of, not really the masses. He's an entertainer. He's supposed to do that. That's where he's supposed to be. I think when we take it now into our homes and make them household names now, and we groom our children to be like and to follow after and to see who he's voting for. I mean, Diddy, over the last, I don't know, I'm going to go out on a limb and say decade, has done rock the vote. He has had some type of political vote standing behind civil rights activists. He's there. He's there. He speaks out. He's very present. And I think those are the things that we misconstrue. It doesn't mean he doesn't have other issues. You can have your fist in the air at 3 o'clock and your fist against somebody's face at 3:30 a.m., not p.m. Okay? It still can happen. It is a possibility. And so I don't think we can make the mistake of confusing someone's title or role with the person whom they really are. Does that make sense? I hope so. The good thing about Behind the Topic is there's no one to challenge me. If you want to write in, hopefully we'll do some of these live, and then maybe you guys can jump in and debate me on this until you guys can catch another episode of Relations with me and my co-host. This is all you got. You got Behind the Topic. And so I'm discussing the stuff behind the topic. So it's just my opinion today. And that's how I'm going to wrap up this whole Diddy thing. Prayers out to Cassie. Prayers and wokeness for those of us who are just out there paying attention. It, Wake up. Um, every survivor, every little girl, I mean, everybody needs to be paying attention, and taking from it these things. I'm not trying to burn the man at the stake. At this point, it's 2016. It happened already, but these type of things are definitely spark the conversation, and that's what Behind the Topic does. That's what Relations does. We're gonna keep talking about it. I want to know what you think about the Diddy and Cassie clash. You can find me on IG right here on my YouTube page, of course, Kaynah Perry, and on IG as Kaynah Lassiter Perry, and on Twitter as Kaynah Lassiter Perry as well. And you can also catch my celebrity interviews on my No Filter Needed platform. That's also should be on this page as well, so you can get a little mix of everything. I'm really, really busy, and I'm really happy to be back in this chair. And tune in for the next Behind the Topic right after this one, actually, because I'm gonna do one. All right, I'll see you later.